Hello, welcome to this lesson on grammatical names. This is the first part of the lesson, and we will take a look at the difference between phrases and clauses. This lesson is put together by Emmanuel Joseph. It is common to find the term, grammatical names, in the learning discussions of the English language, in the places where the English language is studied as a second language. Candidates are regularly expected to answer questions on grammatical names and grammatical functions. So, what does the term, grammatical name, suggest? In a very simple way, grammatical name is used as a term to talk about the groupings of words. To make it simpler, let us look at it in the way of word classes, phrases, clauses and sentences. Therefore, a student who is asked to state a grammatical name, has to state the word class which is also called part of speech, the phrase or the clause. In many cases, this kind of test focuses on phrases and clauses. Thus, we can say that, a student who is asked to state a grammatical name, is required to mention the type of phrase or clause which the group of word belongs. At the level of beginners, we can identify noun clause, relative clause and adverbial clause. We can also talk about noun phrase, adverbial phrase, prepositional phrase, adjectival phrase and verb phrase. But, the first question is, what is the difference between a phrase and a clause? Well, there is a simple way to identify it. A clause comes with an arrangement where there is a subject followed by a verb. What we mean here, is that, a clause has a pronoun, or, an noun, which is immediately followed by a verb. Phrases, on the other hand, do not have arrangements where a noun, or, a pronoun is followed immediately, by a verb, in such a way that, the verb is the focus action of the noun, or the pronoun. I know that this may confuse someone, so examples will follow to make these distinctions clearer. In this first group of examples, there are two groups to illustrate our differences. In example 1, the group reads, "The next activity." We need to break the group into single words and find the word classes. So, the first word, there, is a determiner which is also called article. The second word, next, is an adjective in that group. Then, the last word, activity, is a noun. We cannot find a verb that follows the noun immediately. So, example 1 is a phrase. We can also apply this method to example 2. In this way, we will discover that the first word, in, is a preposition. The second word, there, is a determiner which is also called article. The third word, garden, is a noun. Again, there is no verb that directly follows a noun, or a pronoun. The second example is also a phrase. In example 3, the first word, when, is a conjunction. The second word, joy, is a noun. The third word, swept, is a verb. As the oval shape on the screen shows, there is an occurrence of a noun, which is followed immediately by a verb. Therefore, example 3 is a clause. Finally, in example 4, the first word, whom, is a relative pronoun. The second word, he, is a personal pronoun. The third word, called, is a verb. Again, there is a verb that follows a pronoun immediately. This example is also a clause. This is one easy way to differentiate a clause from a phrase. Thank you for watching. The next part of this lesson will consider the noun phrase. Make sure you do not miss it. Do not forget to click the subscribe button. Please, like the video and share it. If it made any sense to you, you can reach me Using the details on the screen,